Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Touchdown, Titans.
Complete to
Jonnu Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Have some of this.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is Denzel Mims as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's good.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. And he slings one that's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A throw over the middle taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 22-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It leads to second.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Darnold. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Jackson. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Austin. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Faking the give, Darnold. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Darnold on 1st down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brashad Perriman, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Darnold to throw again. Buying time to his left. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Nifty move. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this one,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold from the gun. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Jets 24. Titans.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the Titans 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They toss it out right to Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected, but I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Jets 27, Titans 24.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he's locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Johnson on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Smith catches left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Flushed out right. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Play action. It's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Darnold finding Perriman there for a New York first down. And they'll try and go jet sweep here with Perriman. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A gain of 8. Brings up
on second and goal. Darnold, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Johnson the intended target, but now it's third and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Jets 34, Titans 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Out of the gun, he'll throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage.
Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
A play fake, and it's Darnold going for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Jets 41, Titans 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 21-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Yeah, he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big... And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They snap it to Tannehill, and it's complete. Henry weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he is into the end zone again, so get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
7-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside